Monkey Go Pew Pew here. Today we're going to be showing you how I turned my Smith&Wesson Sheild Plus into
a 9mm tack driver that shoots like a full size.
We're going to go over every upgrade that I've put on the weapon, and we will talk about each one thoroughly throughout the video. And we're going to show y'all how to
turn your EDC into a tack driver that shoots like a full size
without going and spending $650 on a new gun and your wife bitching at you, because it's going to sound a lot better if you just say, hey, I'm just going to buy a few parts for my gun. I'm not going to buy the whole new gun for $650, baby. I'm just going to buy a few upgrades. She'll be way more happier with that than if you go and buy the new gun. I'm not saying don't buy the new gun. If you can, go do it. So let's go over each piece. We're going to be doing a lot of shooting. Also, I got some gongs. I got some targets out there. And we'll just kind of see what we can do with this gun. Let's go ahead and get into the video, boys. First drill, it's going to be 5 on the gongs, back and forth. Shooter ready? Make sure the gun's clear. Clear gun. That was 5 on the gongs, back and forth. On to the next drill. All right, next drill is gonna be 4 on the big gong, and then 1 on the target way out there. The target is completely blank, and I'll zoom in on it real quick just so you can see. 4 on the big gong, and then last round's going to the target out there. I'm pretty sure that's at 35 yards. Nah, not a good spot at all. Ooh. Pretty far out, but as you can see, I'm way over there. So pretty sure this is at 30 yards, maybe 30 yards, 35. It's actually more than 30. Yeah, I'm hitting both of them far left. I wonder why. Huh. 35 yards, maybe 32, maybe somewhere in there. We'll see what we can do with that. Where are my safety glasses?
Where are my safety glasses?
That ain't good. Huh. Found them, dumbass. Ready? Hit inside the 10. So these were rounds from earlier. These 2 were. This was the round I just shot right here. Let's go 15. Gun's empty. 1 miss on small target at 15. I will take it. Make sure the gun is completely empty. We're good. 5 rounds, accuracy test to the group. Alright. I have 2 rounds there. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. So, at give or take 10, 12, 15 yards, I'd say it's probably closer to 15 yards. We're looking at a pretty good group here. and that is with this gun here. So it's doing pretty well. Shooting a little low there, but it's all right. Shooter ready. Beep. Completely empty. Make sure. All right, y'all. The first thing we're going to talk about is going to be a barrel upgrade. So I went with the Faxon barrel that goes with the compensator on the front. It's a Faxon threaded 9mm barrel. I got this color because I figured it would look kitty. Anyways, I figured it would look cool. And let's make sure the gun's unloaded. Clear. Okay, so as you can see, the color's pretty cool. And no, it's not the happy word, if that's what you're thinking. I thought it would look that way, but I went ahead and got it. I was gonna get black like my old barrel. This is the stock barrel for a Smith&Wesson. The barrel here is basically the same exact thing, except it's threaded. This barrel's threaded, this one's not. I mean, if you're gonna get a compensator on it, like I suggest, you need to get a threaded barrel, which is a must. So Faxon Arms does sell them, and they have pretty cool colors also, and they have a lot of selection. There's other companies that sell barrels too, but this Faxon barrel, as you can see from the shooting, has proved to be accurate, and the compensator fits on it very well and nice and tight, so that's good. That's a plus. It is the comp. So compensator is going to help with muzzle rise. It's going to help with recoil. It is going to help those two things tremendously. Now, different comps are going to give you different results. Now, I went with the Exos comp by Faxon, and that's this box right here is what it came in. So I can say that I've noticed a big difference in muzzle rise. I've noticed a big difference in recoil, and I don't know, I mean, for the extra inch onto your gun, I mean, we're already talking about a 3.1 inch barrel. It's short, so make it 4.1. It's still concealable. Adds that inch whenever you're carrying it, which ain't really a big deal. You know, it's just worth it. I think it's just worth it. Now, if you're not a big comp guy, you don't have to do it. There's also the option to port your slide, port your barrel. You can also do that. The only problem with porting is whenever you're shooting, imagine the 9mm projectile spinning through this barrel. If you've got ports in your barrel, imagine that bullet spinning inside of your barrel, and then those little holes in the barrel are, whenever the bullet's going out, whenever the bullet goes over those holes shred pieces of your projectile off. Which way do you think they go? I don't know. Let's try to figure it out. How about I shoot and you put your face right here and look down? Let's see what happens. No, you can see it on YouTube, dude. There's people that port their barrels and then put like watermelons and paper and cardboard underneath the port and see what happens, bro. And I mean, there's pieces of shrapnel from the projectile, whether it's copper, whatever, lead, it doesn't matter. It comes out and it will penetrate cardboard, watermelon, whatever, pretty freaking deep, dude. It's almost like shooting steel with a hollow point. It's just ripping that projectile apart and it's going up. So if you're shooting from any position where you are restricted or somebody's on you and you got to shoot with the gun right up next to your stomach, or, you know, anywhere close to you where this is pointed at any part of your body, you're going to catch pieces of that projectile every time you shoot the gun. So that's one of the reasons why I prefer compensator over a ported barrel. Now, you can go on YouTube and watch the results of the performance differences from a comp and a ported barrel. The port sometimes comes out on top, but the compensator also comes out on top in certain areas. So me, I pick a comp any day, and there's a cheaper option too. So if you're on a budget, cheaper option, more recoil control, or the same as porting it.
it's just, this is where it's at.
I'm gonna show how much this helps. This compensator, the Faxon Exos, helps with muzzle rise. So that's gonna be an example of that right here. I'm going to shoot. Put this in slow motion. Excuse my burp there, Billy. And gun is clear at the moment. Rack one in. Gun is hot.
Next thing we're going to talk about is the dovetail mount that I put on here to make this gun optics ready. So this Sheild Plus, whenever they first came out with it, it was not optics ready. They do make an optics ready slide now for the Sheild Plus, and the comp carry is optics ready. So just know that if you are going to buy a comp carry or any newer pistol, most of them are going to come optics ready. This version is not. So how to make your gun be able to have a red dot on it is you get a dovetail mount. So what you do is you knock out your rear sights right here, just like your front sight. It goes in just like that. And then you buy a plate. Now you have to get the right plate for the right red dot, because all the red dots take screws in different positions, right? So you put the plate in, beat it in there, put your set screw, use some Loctite, put that screw in, lock it down to your slide, and you're ready to go. Then you can mount your red dot on it without having the optics ready slide. Now this red dot does come with the 2 pins right here to where it is my rear sight. So whenever I get a taller suppressor ready or taller front end sight, I will be able to see the front sight picture through the red dot and be able to co-witness through the red dot, which that's my next purchase. So anyways, this is the one that I went with. This is a DPP Titanium reflex sight mount for Smith&Wesson M&P. This one was pretty cheap and it is working great. So if you want one in particular, this one does fit the Smith&Wesson Sheild Plus. I would recommend using a little bit more Loctite than recommended, just to hold that on there, because you don't want your plate going loose and knocking your red dot off sight. But yeah, that is the dovetail mount that I chose, and you can do that to pretty much any gun. They make dovetail mounts for red dots for pretty much every gun you can think of, really. Next, we're talking about the red dots, favorite part. Now this company here, Votatu, is a newer company. It's probably not well known, really, to all of the guys who know about red dots and whatnot. But I've watched some reviews on it, and dude, I went ahead and got it, and I can tell you what, I like it a lot. I mean, there's nothing to complain about it, dude. It's durable. I mean, I like it a lot, man, and I have really nothing bad to say about it. Instead of dropping $300 on a Holosun, I went ahead and got this, and it's great, man. It's got all kinds of features to it. Watch this. So I've got the reticle that you just seen. It's a circle with the dot in the middle. I've got a regular red dot. Well, let's say green. It's green dot, but you know what I'm saying, bruh. And then also you've got a circle reticle with no dot in the center. Let me see if I can get that to show on the camera here. There it is. There's no circle. But yeah, awesome sight. It's got different brightness adjustments. You can go super bright or super dim, but it is motion awake, so after like 5 minutes of not moving, this thing turns off automatically. As soon as you pick it up, it turns right on. Hasn't like done anything weird to me one time yet, and yeah, works good.
Thank you all for watching my video. Please check out my channel for more cool videos like the one you just watched, and Hope you have a good day, buddy.